Social media is everywhere. Social media is how we relax, catch up on trends, get to know what's happening, how we get to learn things, see different things from different perspectives, learn about people. But it could also be a threat to your marriage, and it's addictive if you let it be. In this video, we're going to be answering three critical questions. One is it okay to follow your ex on social media? The other one is, how is social media affecting your road marriage or your marriage tomorrow? How can it affect your marriage? Then the third one, how do you protect your marriage from social media so that it doesn't affect it or you prevent it from destroying your marriage? Okay, so let's jump into it. Number one is it okay to follow your ex on social media? I'll start by asking, if you're married and if you're happily married, what is your current relationship like? What is the dynamic of your relationship if you're happily married? So why are you following your ex on social media? Is it for you to relive past memories of the times you had together? Okay, what are your intentions for staying connected? Is it that you want to keep track of what is happening in their lives, or that you want to actually do things that will stir jealousy with your spouse? Okay, and how comfortable is your spouse with it? If you can genuinely answer these questions, and to you are comfortable, your spouse is comfortable with you following your ex, or that you are just doing it just to relive memories, you should actually sit down and ask yourself, should that door be open? Okay, in marriage, there should be mutual respect. Following your ex on social media could actually be a disrespect to your spouse. Okay, so not just your personal convenience. If your spouse sees it otherwise, you should do away with it. Okay, if you're using social media just to check in, to know what is happening in their life, what is going on, I think it's high time you do away with that. Okay, and reconsider that, at least to respect your spouse, what your spouse thinks. So if following your ex is harmless to you, but your spouse is uncomfortable with it, please respect them by unfollowing and blocking them. Don't open the door for what you don't want tomorrow. Okay, honor your marriage bed. Not that you are trying to have an affair, but that is how it breeds, because before you know it, you could start something you didn't plan for. So don't leave that door open, and especially if you're happy with what you have, don't go looking at, okay, tend your own garden, nurture it. So we'll move on. How can social media affect your marriage? The first one is that it sets unrealistic comparisons, because a lot of what people put out on social media, you see a lot of people putting picture perfect pictures on social media, videos, okay, of them and their spouses. But in reality, that is not what it is. Most of them have fights. They try to make you believe that everything is perfect, everything is good, everything is shiny. But behind closed doors, this could be people that just had quarrels, arguments, there could be strife. But that is what they want you to see. So the next time you are tempted to think that it's all glamorous, think again. Of course, it is curated. Most of this content that you see, most of them are just for content purposes. The people who, there's a research that the people who are truly happy in marriage don't post their marriages online. And there are instances, most people say that it is the ones that feel insecure that keep on posting these things online. It's not left for you to actually read in between the lines if they're truly happy or whatever you deduce out of it. But I'll say at least it makes you begin to set unrealistic comparisons. You begin to feel, oh, she's having it better than I am. But the thing is, most of these things are curated and they are not real. So don't go comparing, oh, he loves this person. Don't go comparing what you have, what good man you have, what good marriage you have with this other one, and you begin to disrespect your husband, or you begin to feel that you got it all wrong in marriage. And the other part is that it could actually make you not live in the moment, because you get to compare. You are with your spouse in the room, and let's say both of you are on your phones. You are looking at another person, admiring what they have. Meanwhile, you are supposed to bond with who you are in the room. Okay, so it could actually steal time from you, steal precious moments, valuable moments that you should be creating with your spouse, and you are spending it longing for what might not be real. Okay. And another thing is it could breed jealousy and suspicion. Okay, jealousy in the sense that when you're following your posts, okay, let's say somebody is, your spouse could actually see who you're following. Okay, you click on an account, say on Instagram, you see that, oh, my spouse follows this person, and you see that a post, probably you just listened for 2 minutes and just a few seconds and liked the content without listening to everything, and along the line the person went off tangents. For your spouse, listening to everything might just be like, oh, this is my spouse opinion or perspective about this, not knowing that it's actually not what it is. Okay, probably he didn't listen to everything, so it could be a breeding ground for suspicion, for jealousy, and for things that you actually did not crave for. So it could affect your marriage in the long run. And the other part is that it could start making you not value what you have, your relationship. We could actually be the real thing, but because you are opening up, you're looking so much at other people's picture perfect, social media perfect life, you think that what you have, it's not good, it's not worth it. So it could actually let these things come in if you're not careful about it. Okay, as much as possible, communicate about, create digital boundaries. Okay, create boundaries, limit screen time, especially when you're with your spouse, when you're at home. Tell yourself you focus on building your marriage, and limit what your real life experiences, your moments with your spouse, with your family, to what you see on social media, because at times are fake. Oh, they are fake. Okay, so how can social media destroy marriages? We've seen a whole lot of things going on social media, spouses dragging their spouses on social media, washing dirty linens in public. And the other part to it is that you see people, okay, it could be a breeding ground for emotional affairs. It could start with secret texts. Okay, it could start with harmless, what you felt they were harmless. Of course, they were harmless when they start. But over time, it could start getting into deeper connections, which might lead to other things outside of marriage. And before you know it, this person is trying to lock his or her phone, trying to do that. Okay. And if you're not careful, you also risk exposing oversharing. Let's say oversharing more than you can. Okay. Violating the privacy of your marriage, violating the privacy of your home. Most people share more than they are supposed to. Okay, they share intimate details of your relationships, and at times you open up your marriage to, let's say, younger people who are not even married, who don't know the dynamics of your marriage, but because you shared it from one angle, maybe your spouse has not shared, and you let people who have not even, who don't know the dynamics of your marriage, to have a say, to start talking and judging your spouse. And the other part to it is that tomorrow, the next day, a few hours, you might just reconcile and choose to end whatever was the issue. But the public, the people that you've let on with the details, they are still judging your spouse based on what you had put out there. So at times it violates your privacy. Okay, and most people give up more than they expose their families, probably by sharing too much. Oh, this is how their living room. We've had cases of people being robbed because of what they shared. There was another instance of a celebrity who entered to have lunch with the girlfriend, and because she just posted, oh, life at so place, that was how he was gunned down, assassinated. So as much as possible, protect your marriages. Some, if they're traveling, happening life in, protect your marriage. Okay, not everything is worth it. Okay, then it could also lead to neglecting your partner. A lot of people tend to neglect their spouses. Why? Because they look at, because they feel this other person is having it better, or they are in the same room, they are not appreciating the people that they have. And at times, most people in today's world, it could get wicked. Before you know it, most ladies are scheming to get in to enjoy what you have. We've seen cases where before you know it, just because you don't know who is eyeing what you have, who is not happy that you are enjoying this, and before you know it, they're scheming to get in. So it could lead to you also destroying your marriage. So as much as possible, be careful with what you share online. Okay. The good thing is that it is preventable. Okay, prioritize your partner above social media. Okay, you learn when to unplug, you know when to disconnect, so that you can reconnect with your spouse that you're in the room. Put down your phones. You have an agreement. Okay, what you share online, if at all your spouse is happy with what you're putting out, your spouse should be in the know, should be comfortable with whatever you want to share. Okay, not just you waking up to say, oh, I want to share this, I want to share this. Okay, then put your phone down between meals. Spend quality time with your family. And if social media is becoming a problem, talk about it before it becomes a crisis. Discuss if it's actually coming, begin to attack your marriage. Learn where to draw the line. And as much as possible, there's this video by KOK, okay, Kanayo, where he talked with Link Edochie's first son, Pet Edochie's first son, and they discussed, and I like how they ended it.
Then there's something, Ebedike, my father, kept saying and keeps saying, take your marriage away from social media. People need to realize it, because the moment there's a glitch somewhere,
they tap into it.
The same people
they buy into it. Who said, crucify him,
bury you alive. This is normal.
Take your family off social media. And if you must have common fronts, I made a video also talking about, if both of you want to have a common front, how you can actually use it to your advantage in marriage. So do well to watch that other video and see if you must, as a couple, use social media. You could have ground rules on it, know how to follow one another, see your posts. You don't need to hide things from one another on social media. There's been instances of a spouse or would-be person, you don't need to hide things from one another. Then use it to your advantage. The link is up. Try and watch the video. I hope this was beneficial to you. Like, share, subscribe to this video so that I can bring you more content like this. Thank you for watching.